Hey guys, today is November 6th. It's Tuesday. And I am now 12 days post-op from my breast implant in block where I had them removed. So, right now, as far as the surgery went, the first 2 or 3 days, I would say, is the worst. It was more of a burning feeling. And as time went by, it just got easier. I am still I am not allowed to raise my arms higher than this. And I'm still on a 5-pound weight limit for 2 more weeks, and then I will go to 10 pounds for 3 weeks, and then I'll be done. But so far, some of the things that I have seen improved is my brain fog. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Brain fog. So, actually, my mind and my words are so much better. I feel like what I think I can actually speak instead of stumbling, using the wrong word, or having to ask somebody else just to finish the sentence for me. It is really a big difference. My joint pain in my hip, my knees, my wrist, and my fingers, I haven't had any. I took the pain pills probably up to 4 days out, so that would have been up to 8 days ago. So it's not the pain pills that is helping with that. My being fatigued and exhausted, it's just not there. I mean, I feel tired from somebody that had surgery, and since I am home, I don't go back to work till Friday. Yesterday I took about a 30-minute nap, and that was it. I wish I could do something. Of course, with my restrictions and what I'm limited to, there's nothing in this house I can do. I'm very tired of watching TV. But if I could, yeah, I would be doing a lot right now. Ever since I was in my early 20s, which I had my first set of implants at 23. So ever since I was in my 20s, I've had heart palpitations when I lay down at night. As soon as I lay down, I have them, and I would never turn on my left side, because on my left side, it was even worse. I've been to cardiologists, I've had tests done, I've been hooked up to the monitors, and they could never find anything. I was always told, well, because your frame is so small, because I never weighed over 95 pounds until I got sick. Until I got this sick. They said because you have a small frame, maybe it's just that you are noticing it and feeling your chest wall more when you lay down at night. So after a while and a few years, you quit even talking about it because it is horrible. When you lay down and your heart just starts beating so fast and so hard. Since I've had surgery, that has not happened. I have turned, especially on my left side, on purpose to see if I could tell anything. And that hasn't happened at all. My stomach issues, I take Prilosec in the morning, Zantac at night. I cannot eat any dairy product, gluten products. They make me sick, so sick. If I eat dairy, which I love ice cream, it doesn't matter what time of the day I eat it. Once my body starts to lay down, it will come up and I will throw up. We had to go a few months ago and purchase the beds where you can raise your head and your feet to the elevation you want, because I wasn't eating dairy products, but other foods. My stomach was just always inflamed, and I never knew when. It just didn't want the food. And when I'd lay down at night, I would throw up in my sleep and start getting choked. So I ended up sleeping here on the couch 90% of the time. So we bought the bed. So last week while I was off, and my mother and my sister was here taking care of me, they were eating ice cream. And I said, I'm going to eat ice cream. You know what? I'll just sit up on the couch tonight. And my husband got real upset. It was like 7 o'clock at night. And he said, you know you can't eat that. You will throw up and choke. I said, well, I'll just sleep sitting up here on the couch. It never bothered me. Not once. It didn't feel like it went to right here and stopped, and then my stomach started blowing up. Because whenever I eat dairy products or gluten, my stomach just feels like it's blowing up, and it will not digest that food. So that did not happen. So I ate ice cream again the next day. It was good. So next weekend we are starting back our green smoothie diets. We get to where our body craves it. It is so good. For the last couple of months, I knew this surgery was coming up, and I have really went off of my eating well. But of course, most of the time my stomach was so inflamed, I could live on ginger ale and crackers, and that's what I would have to live on when I couldn't eat at all. And so we are going back to our green smoothies, and it'll be mostly vegetables, and the meat will be chicken. If we want to have ribs, go out and have ribs, we will. If we want a hamburger, we will. But for the most part that's in the house, it's usually vegetables, chicken, and stuff to make our smoothies and salads. And so the inflammation is just amazing. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I actually have a small contour here now in my face where it was just round. Today's the first day I've wore makeup since I had my surgery, and I was like, wow, you can actually see that I have a contour there. I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know how long. I don't know if it'll be all over tomorrow, if it'll get better, if everything that has been damaged will stay at the level it is. That would be fine. You know, if it didn't increase more, if it got better, which I already feel better, that would be great. But if it would just help one person out there that can see and know how dangerous breast implants are, please look it up, Google it, look it up on YouTube. There's other YouTubes out there. Facebook. There are news, documentaries, and you will find so much, because in that group there are women that are 30 years old that said they haven't worked in 2 or 3 years. They can't even get out of the bed. And it is amazing. Now I'm going to show y'all a picture, and this picture is what it means to have because they recommend when you have your breast implant out, you do it en bloc, which means the capsule that has formed around the implant, the doctor takes that out, so that if there's any mold, bacteria, or if the implant has ruptured, it'll all be inside that capsule. And that's really important, because you don't want any of that being cut open while it's inside you, and now it's making it worse, and it'll make your recovery a lot more. So don't look at these pictures if you don't want to. These are the pictures of when I exchanged my implants 3 years ago. The doctor that I used, and I didn't know anything about an en bloc or a proper way to have them removed, but my doctor actually does that every time. He always takes the whole capsule out. And so this is what it looks like. this is the implant, of course, and this is how much of a thick capsule it had made around it. And what he did is he took the whole capsule out. Then once he got it out, he opened it up so he could check the implant to see if there was mold, if it looked, like there was something wrong. That's how thick the capsule was around it, trying to protect me. It starts forming that capsule as soon as you have the implant. So I go back to him in 2 weeks, and I will get my new pictures from this surgery. But I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to try to do another video before I go back to work on Friday. If you have any questions or anything, please leave them below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.